Cheerio. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Hello to all my usuals. VG, my Libasis, Maria. There's so many of you, and I hate when I don't call out lots of you because then I feel guilty. Anyway. So I'm just many days out of YouTube prison, and unlike Brittany Griner, I can smoke pot. You guys know who Brittany Griner is. She is an NBA woman. WNBA woman, 6'8". She's some 8-time something or other. But she played here. And here you don't make money playing women's basketball. Why? Because women's sports suck. And she made $400,000 a year or something. And she was one of the highest players in the league. But annually, that was Oscar. That wasn't the Titanic. The screen just shook a little. Oscar hit the bottom of the table. But she played in Russia annually, every season, and she made $2 million a year. So we have drama going on with Ukraine. I'm just going to not say anything about that. So Brittany flies home because you need to get out. It's bad, right? But what does she do? She packs her vape cartridges, her little pens. Okay, well, you guys know I'm a pot smoker. I love my pen. You can't make it a 9-hour or a 12-hour flight without your pen. Now, look, I flew to Vermont recently, and I brought my pen. I went to the bathroom, caught a little buzz, sat back in my chair. It was wonderful. However, if I'm in a country, excuse me, you know what? The allergies, there's some new allergy out. It's kicking my butt. It's really making my left eye water. But if there's all this drama going on, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to leave the illegal drugs here in Russia and just fly home, and I'll get high as fuck in 12 hours when I land in the U.S. If you watch about the story, people say she was targeted. She may have been targeted. Very likely, they said, double search her bags. Okay, well, she had to be aware of that. She's a famous person. Someone is walking through my fence right now. So, hang on. Hello! Hang on. It's the gardener. I must see what he needs. Hello? He is home. Do you need me to get him? Okay. Guys, I'll be right back. Thank you. I apologize. Had to deal with the gardener. He hadn't had a check in a while. So, hey, let's say hey to our girl. Hello. Anyway, I was talking about being in YouTube prison. Brittany Griner set up. She probably was set up, but she needed to be smarter. If you read an article about her, even the Biden administration is saying she was wrongfully detained. No, she wasn't. They have laws that say you cannot possess marijuana. She broke the law. She wasn't wrongfully detained at all. But do you want to know what Brittany Griner would look like when she slept at night if I were locked in a Russian prison? This is what she would look like when she sleeps. She'd be sleeping peacefully. So don't worry about that. Anyway, I don't even know why I started. Oh, I talked about it because I was just in prison. So you're getting ready to start part 2 of the interrogation. Here's something I found funny today. Sarah's got her little visitors sticker. When you go to the police department, I guess you have a sticker. They put your name on it. When you get put into jail, they give you jail scrubs and stuff. And they take your clothing. Well, when you get released, you put your clothing back on. There was a television show called Jail, which was awesome, and I loved it. And I'm sorry I keep messing with my hair. It's in my collar, and it's bugging me. And I've seen it. So you wear the jail scrubs, and then when you get out, 1, 7, 12 days later, you put your clothing back on. So let's say Sarah gets sentenced to 27 years. On her release date, when they give her clothing back, because remember, she's been locked up since February 25th. Do you think that visitor sticker will still be on there? Okay. Get ready for the interrogation. Because I've been locked up, they're holding me back. So hook me up. Give me the big thumbs up. Although, aren't I learning now that this is offensive? Anyway, give me the thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Hook me up. And I'll see you at the very end. Welcome back. I'm going to try to get through this whole thing in one, but I probably will split it in half. I should have said this previously. Thank you to Law and Crime Channel for allowing me. I hope I'm not going to get a copyright strike. I don't really understand how all that works anyway. Okay, but here we go. Sarah's got her hands up right now because she's explaining that she just tries to get George to, she tries to evoke his feelings out so she can fix things the way she fixes almost everything. So that's what's happening right now.
When I tell you, I was so happy. Like, it was such a good day. I kid you not. The weather was beautiful outside. I'm the one that had him go inside so we can do puzzles and painting and listen to music or whatever else he wants to do. So then he starts doing whatever it is we're doing together in the living room. And then starts talking because I think he gets comfortable with, okay, you know what? We're here. It is a good day. Let me go ahead and explain myself. So I know. Nobody else knows, but I know. Nobody knew George better than I did.
Nobody knew George better than Sarah. Not his parents, his grandparents, his siblings. Nobody. Again, we would all be so lucky to be dating a person like Sarah Boone, wouldn't we?
Say that I knew George better than himself. And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him. I missed him a lot, and I didn't even sleep last night.
She misses him a lot, and she didn't even sleep last night. The man has been dead, well, as far as she knows, for about 26 or 27 hours. And this little fake emotion, goodness, I want to reach through this screen and smack her.
I miss him a lot.
She misses him a lot.
I mean, is there any chance it got to be too much for you and you couldn't handle taking care of him and
I never stopped.
trying to...
That's what she's here for.
I never stopped. That's what I'm here for.
Right. So
I never stopped.
She never stopped.
I'm here now and I'm still trying to help him.
Yeah.
You notice she slammed her hands. Okay, you guys know my favorite body language guy. Jesus Enrique Enroquez. What's his name? Enrique Jesus Enroquez. I love him. I put a link on one of my recent videos. I want him to watch this girl. She's slamming her hands on her knees to show emphasis. She's here now to help him. No, she's here now because she knows she's fucked. And she says later, I had a feeling I was going to be arrested. I knew this was happening. She's here now to save her ass. She thinks she's smarter than everyone in the room, and she will be able to convince them that she loved this man. It was all fun and games, and it was a mere accident. Because she's a drunken fool, she happened to videotape her crime.
We just don't, I mean, it's unexplainable
I
how
love
he got
Chelsea.
these injuries, and
I have no idea.
you were the only one with him.
100% right hand to God.
Right hand to
I
God.
have no idea how he got them. No.
I believe she's telling the truth. She doesn't have any idea how he got them because she was blackout drunk. Remember, she can have 2 and 3 glasses of wine and be okay, but she was blackout drunk.
Touched anybody. Nobody touched anybody.
You had mentioned that you would take photos, videos, just kind of like a proof and just in general.
Yeah, I started documenting at one point, but that was way before, I think, the last time that he got arrested, where he was flying off the deep end.
Okay.
But then I had him bailed out. I got him out of jail.
Right.
But because he had violated the pretrial diversion, this time it's probation, so you don't have a choice in it. You have to go to see your probation officer. You have to go to these classes. It's court order.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
where
that
it took them a
hairdo.
while to get used to it and understand. They're not messing around. I even went down and met his probation officer, which I say she's wonderful. That's one of my questions I need to talk to you about. Hugged me and said how much she knows that I take care of him. She called me personally one time when George was at work,
42-minute
when
phone
he was
call.
working. 42-minute phone call.
Okay, so this probation officer could maybe be quite inept. It surprises me that this person hadn't figured out that Sarah and George were toxic together. I don't believe this probation officer called and praised Sarah for 42 minutes on what a perfect woman she is.
She and I just saying how grateful she is that George has me.
Oh my
And
goodness.
she knows
We're all
how
grateful.
hard I'm working to help him.
Oh,
Just as she is, and just as the classes will.
Sarah's
So
perfect.
once he started actually going on a regular basis to the probation officer, and then to his substance abuse class and his, I don't know what BIP stands for, Better Intervention Program, and actually listening to what it is everyone had to say, he changed. Like I could see a change in him, where before lashing out, he would think about it, and would always come home and show me his papers, and we would look over his papers together. Where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class? And some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you.
Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry that when you would attack me, I would respond. Goodness. Have you ever met a single person who talks so much with their hands? Okay, so right now you can't see me. I look at how much I talk with my hands. I'm not talking nearly as much with my hands as Sarah is, but I'm also not trying to convince you of bullshit. And I wonder how much that has to do with it.
Or a video that he watches to make him feel that way, where it's like, oh man, I have done her wrong.
I have done her wrong.
But he's changed. He changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
Oh, she loves him.
And when you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me
Still
that.
no tears.
All my neighbors don't tell me that.
We've
Oh, this
still
property
not
manager.
seen one tear.
At some point, somebody gets enough, then they have to do something to defend themselves.
Okay, so right now Sarah thinks the police are on her side, and oh my goodness, is she just not bending over and lubing up for that?
I would just flee, and I don't know if
She would
you
flee.
would like to see on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop. I actually, because, and you have to understand too, I have, like, prior to classes in PO, kicked him out. How many times? I had him arrested. How many times?
But you also went down and bailed
I
out
know.
the next day.
Oh yeah.
I know.
what's on your laptop?
See,
what was I going to tell you?
Chelsea's not stupid.
Oh,
There's a reason Chelsea is the lead detective and Scott is not. A couple of times Sarah is talking and Scott interrupts her. Never interrupt a criminal when they're running their mouths. Right there, Chelsea got her back on focus. Okay, what's on your laptop? Yeah, Chelsea's a good cop.
previously, I actually looked up how to file a restraining order.
Okay.
Because I would take him out, his parents, because of them constantly having to take him back in.
Okay, I'm sorry. She's on the verge of having Alba arms. Look, I'm sorry, she is.
Bags of clothes, all his stuff. The last time, the father came out and irate and just not even, I don't even know if he knew Lucas was in the car. Just opened the back of my car and just started throwing all his crap in, just throwing it. Like the car would jostle, he was throwing all his stuff. At that point, because I continually did it, not continually, I think I maybe did it 3 times, and he has nowhere else to go, they got fed up and said, nope, either you're staying.
George has nowhere else to go. You know who else has nowhere else to go? Sarah. Sarah doesn't have any parents. Her brother is in the Marines. God bless her brother. Thank us. When you're saying your prayers tonight, thank Sarah's brother for his service. Sarah has nowhere to go. Think how much better the whole world would be if Sarah were in charge of all of us?
Or you're staying here. But if you're staying here at their place, it's permanent. You're not going back over there anymore. So what happens is he pursues me. So
Right. Look at it. That definite nods that head. He pursues me. That's what happens. She could say no, but it's him. George pursues her. So I find it so interesting that his parents knew this was a bad relationship. Flash yourself back to when you were dating someone maybe in high school and your parents said, this is not a good person. And you thought, my parents don't have any idea what they're speaking of. And then now 15, 20 years later and you go, oh my goodness, my parents were right.
I don't know if y'all know where Katie Way Trail is. Okay, so it's literally right there from our apartment. Would ride his bike to work, but before he would leave extra early and come up to the wall, stand on top of his bike and poke his head over because he would know that I would be outside having my morning cigarette and cup of coffee. And I would also know too what time he would get off of work, where I would know, come getting off of work, he's going to do the same thing. So it's not like I ever got like a break from him, where I told you all yesterday, or whenever it was, I started to feel that it was too much togetherness. And when you have too much togetherness, friction happens. So
Not if you
I'm
like
gonna go
each
ride my
other.
bike. I'm going to go upstairs and read a book. But what does he say? Every waking moment he wants to be with me.
Because she's perfect.
So, and mind you, our townhome is either upstairs or downstairs. So it's like, if you would like to sit downstairs and watch a movie or play on the laptop, look up some jobs, you're more than welcome to. I'm just going to be upstairs maybe watching one of my shows or maybe reading a book. So, and then when that would happen, we really needed that. So what's for dinner? And then we would cook together and eat dinner and then crawl in the bed and watch a movie.
Are you talking about this is like recent? I don't. You kind of like lost me. Like when? What are you?
It was a little while ago.
But now you're talking about tension building up and that you need space. So have you been feeling that way lately, or
no?
Okay.
No. Okay. My thing is too, so you all know. Oh, I hate that you can't talk to her.
Have I already brought this up? So do you notice Chelsea coughs this entire interview? This is February 25th, 2020. What happens a week later? 2 weeks later? COVID. I sure hope Chelsea didn't have COVID with that baby in there.
But Dee, his ex-wife, when I say a monster, she's a monster. Like she withholds their children from speaking to him.
Brian should withhold he and Sarah's child from speaking to her. But for whatever reason, Brian doesn't. And I'm going to guess because Brian feels badly that Sarah has lost everyone in her life. The only thing she has left, the only person, is her son. But B, George's ex-wife, is doing the right thing. If George is a piece of shit and he's not paying support, well then no. You don't get it both ways, darling. You just happen to be with an enabler. Your ex-husband is an enabler.
So he gets upset about that, and then she completely berates him about money, about the father that he is, what he did to her, all this other stuff. It doesn't matter. I mean, mind you, this is not been recent, but which is why he didn't even bother calling anymore.
It doesn't matter.
She's going to answer, and he's going to have to talk to her, so therefore he can't talk to his daughter.
Okay, she's going through this whole diatribe. George and Sarah spoke to his daughters Sunday night, the night all this happened. So, I don't really understand this bullshit.
The other time he talked to her, made her talk to Cookie. That's on my cell phone too, so you can see it.
You'll see it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So she had to repeat that because she went on a diatribe and forgot the whole point of her diatribe. And she was like, oh shit, now what do I do?
What does she have to do, though, with anything about what happened Sunday and into Monday?
No, I'm just saying, previously, why the incidents, what happened is she plays a big part in it.
Okay.
On top of jobs and money.
Not Sarah.
And groceries and all that.
Okay.
Sunday,
His hands up.
I tell you this, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Is there anything?
I have no idea. The expressions on her face, that's why I wish I could reach through the screen and smack her. She's such an arrogant fuck. Yeah, I said it.
Nope, it's just me and him.
Just us two.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any like timelines better? Like what time?
Okay.
you
Before
guys
this
were
starts, let me ask you a question. What time is ish? 6-ish? 12:30-ish? Well, note that even Chelsea starts playing the game. She goes, okay, well, you did this, and then you did this at 12:30-ish. Chelsea starts playing the game. Chelsea cannot stand this woman the same way I assume most of us cannot stand her.
What time he was zipped up in the luggage? What time you
I
went
told you-
upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
Okay, guys.
Started the activity.
So when she leaned down, her eyes went up and to her left. So she was trying to genuinely recall an incident. She's not trying to lie here. She is trying to be truthful.
Before you said.
Yes, around 4:30ish.
Right,
You
4:30ish.
just said that it was dark when you were playing hide and seek, and I'm just curious
Yeah.
if you remember.
But when we were outside, that's where we would start
Mhm.
and talk about things, and then eventually I was the one that had him come inside, so we could
About
do
what
stuff.
time, do you remember what time that was, is what she's asking.
And you said you went up to bed around
Midnight.
midnight, fell asleep around 12:30ish.
Ish.
So those are the only times I have. So I have 4 and I have midnight. So there's a big gap. So I'm just curious, like, if you recall when you went upstairs to hide in the shower, or
Like when we started to play hide and
Mhm.
seek.
Yeah.
Well, we went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long. Maybe about 6-ish. Then
You're talking about from hanging out outside and like.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, we have 2 beach chairs that are out there and
Right.
just enjoy the weather.
Gotcha.
Plus, it started to get dark and gnats and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So, let's go inside. I don't want to be out here anymore.
Okay.
All right, let's go. So we're doing whatever. We did it for a while because that puzzle, I don't know if they took it or they saw it.
Why would they take it?
Worked on the puzzle again, finished it. Started
Okay.
to paint. Well,
I'm going to interrupt. So, how long does it take to suffocate? There are many ways to die in this world. I'm reading, guys. Suffocation actually takes a bit longer than most people believe, but it takes about 15 minutes. Now, if you're dying from gas and smoke inhalation and that's why you're suffocating, it's much sooner, 5 to 7 minutes. But and the same if you're suffocating because Chris Watts has his hand around your neck. Same thing, 5 to 7 minutes. However, if you're suffocating because you're cramped up and you just can't breathe, it's going to take twice as long, about 15 minutes. Okay, well, we know that George was in that suitcase minimum of 12 minutes. She has one video and then the second video, which I just released something on. Those are 12 minutes apart. So George is actually just 3 to 10 minutes away from death when he's begging her and she's going, oh, fuck you, let's make a video. We can't understand her. The man is really just, he's going to be dead in minutes.
started to listen to music for a little bit. Started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Start at the top, paint, whatever. Maybe, gosh, that puzzle, we worked on that for probably a good hour and a half. So 8 o'clock-ish?
Look
Is
at
when
Chelsea.
you went to hide upstairs.
Okay, right there. Watch this. So I'm gonna, when I turn it back on, watch Chelsea's foot. It is just rocking and rocking and rocking. Okay, women tend to do that if they are in a room with someone who annoys them. I know this because one of my very best friends dated a girl I hated, and she was a psychology major, and she brought that up to me. And this was before the days of the internet. So I went to the library and looked it up, and damn, she was right. And every time this girl, you know what, I think her name was Susan. It may have been Sarah, but it started with an S. Every time I went to my buddy's house and she was there, I purposely made a note not to rock my leg the way Chelsea is rocking hers. Chelsea is so put off by the woman sitting in front of her.
Originally?
No, that's when we were like painting. So then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's like, okay, we know. Okay, take off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did.
She's got
And
that
then
leg
you
going.
went upstairs, and then he didn't come up, and you came down. And the suitcase was there originally because you guys were planning to do donations.
Okay,
so it was
you
already
notice
there.
you notice she stopped shaking her leg when she started talking. She's shaking her leg unconsciously. She doesn't even realize how annoyed she is with this woman. When she starts talking, her body stops because now her mind is focused on something else.
Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay.
No!
Kind of like that prop was there, and it was there,
Yes.
and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
You did.
Well,
I mean, we were playing.
No, I know,
that
but
time, but
You
I'm
did.
saying- I'm talking about hide and seek, which is a game.
Got
so,
those brows
the
furrowed.
suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back. If you, I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's
Really
clothes
badly.
need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore, and I'm tired of
It
looking
can't
at
be
them.
cleaned out really
So
bad.
he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations, and everything, and just leave the whole thing by the clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not?
Nope.
But obviously,
No.
I understand, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter. You were laughing, he was laughing. But what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something that
Absolutely
you
not.
guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We were actually this last game running out of places to hide because we have a townhome where it's upstairs or downstairs. So,
Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any
Getting good.
any photos, videos that you remember doing on
getting
your
good.
phone on Sunday?
Look at that. No. Maybe I took a picture of the dog.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he has the facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password.
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's
Yeah.
your phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I borrow your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does he get
it?
into it because it's password protected?
He'll come and get it to me, and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes too, like look, he'll joke with me and say, "Okay, I need to borrow your phone."
Legs
And
going
he'll hold
again.
it while I'm cooking or doing something. Do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password and he doesn't have the facial recognition. No, he is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm
Yes.
assuming, other than...
Well, Lucas.
Right. But Lucas wasn't there Sunday. Right. So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I get my phone. I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
The dogs.
and George and them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
Okay. So...
Okay, you guys have already figured out I'm not a criminal psychologist. I don't know the stuff that JCS, Jim Can't Swim, or Dreading knows. But I do know this. They have planned this out. They have made it clear when Chelsea starts talking about, you make videos to document it. Scott knows the very next step is going to be to open the laptop. You notice the laptop's right there. You see it right there? But it's got papers on top of it. Chelsea did that intentionally. She didn't want Sarah... For all they know, Sarah deleted those videos thinking the cops weren't going to get them. Although I find that hard to believe. People nowadays know the cops are going to get anything they want. But they didn't make the laptop something she would notice because they didn't want her to think they have anything. So the laptop is just there because people carry laptops.
I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. See him? See the suitcase right there? Right there. Right there's George.
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
Oh.
Okay, so in this point in the dreading video, he says this was either just sheer luck or strategically planned. It wasn't strategically planned. It was sheer luck. And it was. Because now Chelsea has to go get a cord, and Sarah has to sit there and think, holy fuck, what did I do? I recorded this? Oh my goodness.
Let me.
The battery doesn't last very long.
Yeah, it used to last a lot longer than that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab something.
All right.
There's Chelsea. She's cool. She's like, okay, no worries. I'll get a plug. And then we will reignite the fire under this bitch.
No, I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked. And
No.
okay, but why did you say it like that? Like,
I don't think you all understand who I am.
Ready?
well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight A student.
She's 42 years old. When was the last time she was a straight A student? For real. Just, oh my goodness. I want to smack her.
am an outstanding mother to my son. I excel at everything.
Everything. She's really good at drinking, locking her boyfriend in a suitcase, and then recording her own crime.
I would not do that.
She
You
wouldn't.
wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't completely lock it. I mean, I opened it with one finger.
Okay, so Dreading says that there was a the people who look out for kids case, because Sarah had taken a picture of a child and posted it on Facebook. Taken a photo of a child in a suitcase and posted it on Facebook. And apparently there was a what's it called? The Child Protective, CPS, Children's Protective Services, maybe. Case opened. I've done research. I can't find that, so I don't know where they found it. And I don't think they made it up. But the fact that she's playing so ignorant here, it's just another reason I want to smack her. You know, quick, so marijuana is illegal in many states. Alcohol is legal everywhere. Do you ever hear of people getting really, really high and driving their car at 100 miles an hour into a building, the way that actress Anne Hesh did? Or getting really high and killing someone? No. So why is alcohol legal and pot isn't? Oh my goodness. My space bar isn't working. Go on. Carry on.
Enough in there for him to get out.
Okay.
And I wasn't planning on going upstairs and going to sleep.
Okay, use 4 seconds of common sense. The man is stuffed in there. How is he going to lift his arms to get up to that zipper? Oh my goodness, she's a psycho.
No, it's just the way you said it.
You guys are scaring me.
Why?
We just want you to watch this. It came from your phone. Don't you want to know what's on it?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. They're scaring her because her hairdo is terrible. And she knows that the world is going to see her bad hairdo. Leave it to the man to fix things. That's what a feminist would say.
Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
I don't know how much I can take.
She just doesn't. Remember, she killed him, and now you're going to make her watch how she killed him. She doesn't know she can take it. She got those eyebrows furrowed together. Her blink
Do I
rate
have to watch this?
has increased. Yeah, do you have to?
I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
What is Scott doing?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
And this
Fuck
is,
you.
that's
Fuck
you.
you.
Your voice.
Fuck you.
Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Oh my goodness. Do you hate her? I hate her.
I can't fucking breathe it. Yeah, that's when you do it. You choke me. Sarah.
You guys notice Sarah hasn't moved. Scott's moving. Sarah hasn't moved.
Sarah.
There she
I don't
goes.
want to watch it, please.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had 2 fingers hanging out. and you
I
went to
flipped him
bed.
over.
Sarah, I can't breathe it.
I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
There's
She-
2
she-
different videos.
You heard 2 times. I flipped him over. I flipped him over. Okay, you were beating him up when you were flipping him over. She's so stupid. She does not realize that admitting that she flipped him over is how he got the dumb injuries. You dumb bitch.
And a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So
It's killing her because she's realizing they have video evidence of how Sarah murdered George.
this image, it's upside down.
And her
And
trial
then
and her
this
trial
small
starts in 2
video.
weeks. She's not even taking a plea deal for 12 to 15 years. Second degree murder. That's what the plea deal would be. 12 to 15 years. She is going to trial. I want to go and watch this trial.
That occurred 11 minutes later. It's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't. How did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
She flipped it. 3rd time she's now admitted. She
My
flipped
plan
it.
was not to go upstairs and go to sleep.
Okay, so her plan was not to go upstairs to go to sleep. Her plan was to fuck him up, fuck with him a little bit, make him squirm. She had also admitted that 3 times. And then she was going to let him out. But she was so drunk, she went upstairs and went to sleep. Because of that, she should not be held accountable. Okay, when a person is too drunk and they get in their car, what is their goal? Their goal is to get home safely. If they happen to hit another car and murder a person, should that drunk not be held liable? Because their goal was to get home. Their goal was not to murder someone. This is how ignorant this woman is. Listening to this case, 42, 48 times? Oh my goodness, I want to smack her.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
That's
Not
what you did.
intentional, though.
Intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs
The fuck?
because
Look,
you were
stop
getting
here.
ready for
Hold
bed.
on.
Stop here.
Okay,
Where's
but
here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the
I
end.
get it. I can't.
And
Intentional.
you right here.
She can't even say it.
So going like this.
Right, but how are you
rather
going
than
like
all the
that?
way up, it's like this.
Look at those elbow arms right there.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get
Look
out?
at the hairdo.
It
Right.
doesn't show a hole.
the
There's no
fuck?
hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
Oh, she just doesn't
I don't know
understand.
what you want me to tell you. Like,
No.
I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see.
She's got her
and what
hands
we see
pled.
from the
I
other video.
understand.
Please, I don't know.
He's begging
That's-
for you to let him out.
This is a woman who is used to gaslighting and manipulating to get her way, and she is clueless right now because facts are outweighing reality, and she doesn't know what to do.
You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a.
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you.
Yes, it is.
It's not malicious.
Then what is that?
What does fuck you mean to you?
Well,
Like if I were to tell my
oh, like
partner.
he does. Like, I get told everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows
That's
at
what I
no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers. And
He'll
it
be up
looks
here any
like-
minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
Do you think
He's not able
he's
to get
joking? You told me he was laughing, and
We were
the
before.
video, there's no
When we
laughing.
first got in there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to
No.
recording this?
No. No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But
and
I
you're
didn't,
the only one laughing.
but I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, 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 I can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just like he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like, I don't
He's
think-
never been locked in a suitcase, that's
No.
where he couldn't get out. So,
It's kind of, I thought it was
and
the
you know
boy
the oxygen
calling
is
wolf.
something.
The boy calling wolf. So in the second, there was a video that was made that we have not been shown. 11 minutes later is the video that we see. But she thought it was the boy crying wolf. I looked it up. In 15 to 20 minutes, it takes for a person to be in a cramped space to where their lungs can no longer expand. Here's something. When he's calling her name out, that's a lot of work for him to go, Sarah! So, I am a runner. If you run, you understand. If you're running, you can't have a conversation with the person you're running with. Not if you're doing it properly. Well, that's the same thing. George is not able to take a deep breath because his body, he's not able to expand his lungs. Oh, my goodness. You know, there's somebody who watches me, VG. I love you. Your comments are always wonderful. Guys, be like VG and tell me what you're thinking, because I feed off of it. I get video ideas from your comments. Be like VG and tell me what you're thinking. VG has been a loyal supporter since the beginning. So, when you say a prayer tonight, pray for VG. Pray for all of us. Say, hey, let's pray for all of us. Let the Lord work his magic. Okay, here I go. I want to. Have I told you I want to smack this girl? I want to smack her.
Wolf kind of thing.
Okay.
And again, my plan.
But nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking. He is begging.
He's
And
begging.
you're the only one laughing,
Okay.
and you're the only one saying derogatory comments.
You guys, if you watch me, you know I run my hands through my hair all the time. What's it like to run your hands through your hair? I'm doing it right now. And then your hair stops at your ears. Oh my goodness. What? Whoa. I'm doing it now. Wow, what a weird feeling for it to just stop at my ears. And yes, I'm being a snot. I just do not like this woman. Oh, look how she's got her hands up right now. She's innocent. She is pure. And how dare us even think. Remember, we don't know her. She's a straight A student. She's an outstanding mother.
Like you're mad.
No.
No.
Please don't. I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know
Please.
if I can say this, but
Say
like,
anything
it's like
you want.
You guys are kind of trying to like feed me. Like,
No, I'm just trying
Alba
to show you a
arms.
video that you no longer want
Alba
to watch because you
arms,
probably
right there.
don't want to know the outcome
Alba
of
arms.
how- and what you said.
well, I know what.
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
No,
Why don't you remember making the video?
probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
No. Just
What?
because I went
No.
upstairs and
No.
just because
No.
you're drunk doesn't mean that you.
Okay, wait. Chelsea just said, but you weren't drunk. She said, well, we've been drinking. And now just Sarah just said, well, just because you're drunk. 9 seconds ago, Sarah just said she wasn't drunk. And now she says, just because you're drunk?
That you were not drunk. You said that you
You want to
had
smack
your
her?
wits about
I
you.
want to smack her.
You said he had his wits about you.
Mhm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something.
Look at that. See, so Scott's married. Good for him. See that big black wedding ring? I don't like those dark wedding rings on the men. I hope to have a platinum ring on my finger someday. You want to know what my 12-year-old, almost 13-year-old, not stepson yet, said to me the other day? He was talking about Dad. And this kid and I really get along well. And he says, you know what? If Dad liked you, he'd put a ring on it. If I like it, then I want to put a ring on it. And it's a good thing he was on the other side of the kitchen island, because I would have reached over and smacked his dumb ass. You know I'm joking. But he's a cute kid.
To the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
Okay. I understand where you all are coming from.
Well,
I get it.
Where are you coming from?
I get it. Right. We're trying to figure out.
Where are you coming from, Sarah?
Explain it to us. We're listening.
I just did. Like, we were playing.
She just did.
And then, like, I thought it was... My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to...
You didn't go to sleep.
But you willingly went upstairs.
Oh, look at the hairdo. Oh, I can't stop it.
My plan wasn't all...
I look at this all the time and I think, look at her hairdo. I only say it as often as I say it, and I say it a lot, but I think it a lot more.
To leave him in the suitcase.
So why didn't you take him out?
I'm glad she wore a bra today.
Upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
Big old saggy boobs down to her waist.
Think he's asking to come out.
I didn't do it intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I
Well?
thought by not zipping it up all the way.
She's
it
so
would be
arrogant.
Okay. My plan
Well?
was not to leave him in the suitcase.
Her plan.
Waiting for him to come upstairs.
Right.
And then when he did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes.
Excuse
After
me.
30 minutes, somebody's not coming up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him. Maybe I shouldn't.
No.
That didn't cross your mind because
That's
that's
like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just,
We're asking.
it's the
You
whole,
tell us.
It's not an assumption. That's what you told them. You did.
the drinking.
The drinking. Okay, because I'm drunk,
That's what it is.
I get a
It's
pass.
the drinking. I thought it was like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't.
He's telling you he's not.
Okay, you guys know Sarah has no family. None. Her parents are dead. Her aunt and uncle are dead. She has a brother serving in the military. I say this every time. Thank you for your service, Sarah's brother. I have written Sarah 3 letters now. Maybe 4. And every time I say, I don't say it this way, but in a roundabout way, I say, you're a dumb drunk and you messed up. Take a plea deal, but I'll be your friend. And I also remind her, do not talk about your case. Think about Michael Dunn. Michael Dunn spent 45 minutes between his 2 trials on the witness stand justifying things he'd written in his letters. So you don't, if you get in this situation and you write letters, write about how pretty the walls are in jail. Don't write about your case. So I have reached out to this woman. I think she's disgusting, but I'm still willing to be her friend. I became friends with Tracy Frame. She's a chick who murdered her man in Texas. I can do another video on that if you want. But I tried. I'm almost back to having empathy. I need to hit play so that I hate her again.
Oh, you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name, and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Guys, that's how we are with each other. Like, nobody understands our relationship. The whole suitcase thing never happened before.
Never
Would you
before.
leave someone else in a suitcase? Would you leave Lucas in a suitcase jokingly? Because it was a
No.
joking matter. You put him in there jokingly. Would you leave Lucas jokingly in there? And you love Lucas, right? And you
I
love
wouldn't do
George.
that to him either. I wouldn't do that to him.
So, I just...
Well, it's not like, again, I don't think you all understand. Like, that was not my intention.
Well,
Y'all don't have any idea what
by
I've
your
done for
acts,
him.
But by your acts, and that's exactly right. you get to the point where you've done so much for somebody and they don't show
No.
you any appreciation.
He did.
Not by your words in the video. I don't get that.
He did.
Because you bring up the fact that when he's choking you, you can't breathe. That's how you felt when he cheated on you. You couldn't breathe. And you verbally, several times, told him just, fuck you.
Well, you said it in the video, but you won't let us play the rest of it because you don't want to.
When I say cheating, it's on his phone.
Did you notice that? When I say cheating, she put up the little quote marks, which means George is not physically cheating with anyone else. Sarah even acknowledges by the quote marks that's her cheating. Okay, I'm going to wind this down because, frankly, I've had enough. I'm not able to reach into the screen and smack this woman. Moments ago, I was starting to have empathy for her. I need to shut it down. I'm very frustrated. You don't, oh my goodness, you don't put some,
Okay.
Cheating is cheating.
I think so too.
Exactly.
It's your definition of cheating, though, so, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what the word cheat means.
And that's what you told him in the video. That I couldn't breathe when you cheated on me.
No.
That's how
No.
I felt. Sarah, I can't breathe.
Okay, I'm just going to stop it right here. Did you notice she said no when 12 minutes ago she just watched herself say it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, what do you think? She's a sicko, isn't she? So if you're still watching right now, I'm shocked. Really. I'm humbled. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Hit like, the thumbs up, hit subscribe. And worry not, this thing may bust out into 4 parts, but I'm weary of having a video over an hour. But we're only on minute 42. So worry not, I'm on a roll. The next part may be out tonight, probably be out tomorrow. Thank you again for watching. God bless you, and God bless America.